Hey, what's happening you guys, Pyros here, and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about Sonic Frontiers again, and this time I want to focus specifically on the potential of a multiplayer aspect. Now, me saying this alone, I'm going to be honest with you, I am not expecting a multiplayer component. I would like there to be one, but I'm not asking for one because I actually just want the game to be great. But we're just going to entertain the idea for this video just to see what could they do with a multiplayer component. What could they add in Sonic Frontiers where it actually makes sense for what the game is already built upon, from what we've learned from the leaks and all that shit, and what multiplayer component wouldn't make sense. So Sonic has always had different types of multiplayer components in the past, and most of them have always revolved around racing and competing against other people, whether it be a time attack or a genuine 2v2 situation. No, 1v1 situation. But I always felt like one of the aspects of multiplayer component that they can always continue to add in future games if Sonic Frontiers does well is the Chow Garden. Like, you know, competing with your chows. We used to be able to do that in Sonic Adventures 1, and I believe there was a Chow Garden in 2, but I'm not too sure. But essentially, have a chow system where you can use your chow to compete. So let's say, for example, some Sega team has a difficult time trying to balance out characters and make them viable for a multiplayer, aspect. They can just focus on the chow, raise the chow, and compete with other people. And because we now live in an online environment, you can actually send your chow out to go collect materials for your other chows and have an incentive to keep coming back. And you can have varieties of multiplayer components. You can have the usual racing mode, you can have the fighting mode where you throw your chow into a ring and see how many they can take out. They could even have a battle royale system implemented into Sonic Frontiers where you drop your chow and you watch to see how your chow will survive against other chows. You can even have something in the lines of fishing competition. You could have in Pokemon, there's a contest where you can show off your Pokemon's fashion and cuteness and all that stuff. You can also have that as well. Like, there's a plethora of opportunities that Sonic Frontiers can offer them if they're willing to take the the advantage of it. Because yes, most people want the usual Sonic rivals racing component where we can just race with our character to see who can get from point A to point B. They can still include the usual time attacks and stuff like that, but people tend to break those in about a couple of minutes, so it's like, maybe not. So I think the chow system might be the best way to implement a multiplayer component, and on top of that, when you think about it, it will encourage you to continue to explore the world so you can find greater component for your chow so that you can upgrade your chow and then send them out into a competitive environment. I think that's a great way to implement a multiplayer game for now anyways. Me personally, I would still like to play as Sonic against another Sonic or against another Shadow, but we'll have to see. But that's just my thoughts and opinion on it. What do you guys think? I mean, yes, I heard that there's rumors about there being a potential opportunity to bring back the chows, but adding an online component I feel like is a necessity to keep it going and actually encourage people to actually play the game. I know there's those people who like to just play on their own. You can do that, but for those of us like myself who like to play competitively, it'll give us an incentive to actually explore the world a little bit more. I mean, for most people there's already the incentive of collecting everything, but for people like me, I want to be able to have a chow, upgrade him, and see how well he does against other chows. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time.